everyone! Today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I have books from tons of different places, and I'm also going to be giving you guys kind of a review on a website called Thrift Books, which is a website that I found completely on my own. I'm not at all affiliated with Thrift Books, but it was just something that when I was kind of looking at different ways to buy books, it kind of came up, and I thought it'd be fun to give you guys just a quick little review along with this haul of books that have come from many different places. So let's get on into it. Let's just start actually with the Thrift Books because I would like to talk to you guys about this. Thrift Books, this is kind of the packaging that mine came in, is an online website that is kind of just a used book marketplace where you can find books for like exceptionally cheap. We're talking like $2, $3, $4 books, and these are books that I have on my Goodreads to buy or to read pile, and so they're obviously like really good books that I am super interested in, but I don't have to pay the exorbitant prices that sometimes you do at bookstores. And I also like used books because I think that they're a little bit more environmentally friendly. I am a printed book kind of person. I have a real problem reading ebooks, and I still want to try my best to be environmentally conscious, and so I think that used books are a good way to do that. I am not one of those booktuber people that put myself above used books. I love used books. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So when I came across this website, I was trying to do some digging to make sure that it was like legit because I really have never heard anything about it. And when you see books for like $3, and I think after like you spend 15 bucks, you get free shipping, it's just kind of like, it's a little bit sketchy. Like you're not really too sure if this is like it almost seems too good to be true, but it actually is like amazing. And I got my books and they are in great condition. They ship from all these different types of warehouses. It's kind of like an Amazon kind of thing. So your books usually will come in different orders. The books range in condition. So for example, this is one that I purchased from the website. They range from acceptable to like new. Most of the books that I bought were in like new or very good condition, and I would agree with that assessment. This is one that I bought and recently read myself, and you know, it's got like some bent corners, but you know, other than that, it is in great condition. There's no writing, there's no tears, anything like that. All of the books are inspected and they, like I said, fall somewhere in this grading scale so you know what you're buying. They also have their own sort of reading rewards program. For every certain amount that you buy, I think it's like every $50 you spend on the website, you get like a $5 coupon, so that's fantastic. And they do have a refer a friend sort of discount thing. So down below I will have my own little link that'll give you guys 15% off if you decide to purchase from Thrift Books. This is a link that you yourself, when you go to Thrift Books and you sign up, you can decide to do to share with all of your friends, and that's what I consider you guys. So I thought that I would give you guys that link, and it does give me my own little discount to use in the future, which I'd be greatly appreciative if you guys decided to use it, because I spend a lot of money on books and I can always use a little bit of a discount, you know, here and there. The shipping is varied. Some of my books came pretty fast, some of them took a while. Again, like I said, it is a different warehouse sort of thing. If there is the opportunity for two books to come from the same warehouse, they will do that. And overall, the customer service is absolutely fantastic. The tracking and everything they sent me was great. They also asked me for my own personal feedback. Like they seem to be really like a customer based brand, and I think that that's fantastic. So overall, would highly recommend them. We'll have my own little 15% off link down below if you guys want to check it out and save some money. So let's talk about the books that I purchased from there first. The first one is one that I was already holding up that I said I already read, and this is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I do have my full review of this on Goodreads, and I will be doing a book wrap up where I talk about this soon. I do have my little Eat, Sleep, Read bookmark in here because it was the bookmark that I was using when I read this book. But I will be giving my thoughts on some of these books that I've already read in my next book wrap up. But this was one of them that I purchased. I think it was like $4. Next is Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. This was a new adult read that I was recommended from a booktuber that I watch, and this is another one that I've already read. I think that this one cost me again like maybe $3 or $4. You'll notice my theme with these books is new adult, because new adult is not a genre or like a type of book that I've really delved into. I'm either adult fiction or young adult fiction, and I personally am somebody that fits into that age category of new adult. A lot of them though are just kind of like romances, which is what this one is, and I don't really read a whole lot of romance, but every once in a while, like I just need a good, cheesy, make me smile and feel giddy romance, and this one is called Beautiful Bastard, and it is by Christina Lauren, and I don't know. It was like $2, so I figured I would give it a go. Has really good reviews on Goodreads, and again, it was a recommendation from a booktuber that I watch. Next, I have Angel Fall. This is actually some sort of like a fantasy young adult read, I think. Another recommendation, and this is by Susan E. And then finally, from Thrift Books, I purchased Beautiful Disaster, which is a new adult romance read, and this is by Jamie McGuire. Next, I have some books that I bought from BarnesandNoble.com because I love buying books from BarnesandNoble.com. I personally love Barnes & Noble. I used to work at Barnes & Noble, and I just love the feeling of going into a Barnes & Noble, but online it is so much cheaper. Like, we're talking about like more than half off. I'm also a member with Barnes & Noble, so I get my discount on top of that. The first book that I purchased is My Lady Jane. This is by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This is a retelling of the Lady Jane Grey story. It's a historical fiction that's not really historically accurate, but it is by far one of the most funny, witty, sarcastic books I've ever read, and I'm almost done with it. I am so sad because this has just been such a fun book to read. I can't wait to talk to you guys more about this. Next, I purchased An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, and this is a book I really know nothing about. It says Leia is a slave, Elias is a soldier, neither are free. It's kind of like a fantasy YA series, and I've heard really good things about it. And I just love the cover. Like, I love the way that this book looks, and I don't know, I love YA fantasy, so when I hear about one and I hear that it's really good, it automatically kind of goes on my to-buy list. So I'm very excited to start this. By the way, this is one of the books that I put on my must-reads for 2017 because, like I said, I have heard really, really good things about it. I meant to get to it in 2016, but I didn't. Another book that I have on that list is Asking for It by Louise O'Neill, and finally decided to purchase this. It took me so long. I read Only Ever Yours like literally almost a year ago. Don't know why it's taken me so long to get around to this, but I know that this is going to be great because Louise O'Neill is a fantastic writer. I just hope that she keeps on writing more because other than these two books, she doesn't have anything else, and Only Ever Yours was so captivating and so like world-changing for me, so I can't wait to get into this. And then finally, from BarnesandNoble.com, I purchased Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Everybody and their mom has read this book, I know, but I haven't, and it's a book that I'm super, super interested in, and I finally just decided to buy it. Do you guys have those books where like literally everybody's telling you to read it, but there's almost like a certain amount of overhype and you hear about it so much that at first you're interested, but then your interest slowly almost starts to dwindle? It seems like it should go the other way. Like, the more you hear people hype about a book, the more interested you become. But if it just keeps on getting beat into the ground, I just start to kind of like lose interest. I'm like, oh my god, everybody's talking about this, like, can it really be that fantastic? Or I think to myself, like, well, there's something better that I can go find, that I can go enjoy myself. I don't really know. You guys should let me know if you ever feel that way too. But I finally decided to do this because, first of all, these books are absolutely gorgeous. Like, hello, beautiful black pages, and then this is a duology, so the second one has like these beautiful red pages, and I've just heard that this is incredible. I think that has some LGBTQ characters, which I love, especially in YA fantasy, and so I can't wait to read this. The next three books I purchased from Powell's bookstore in Portland, Oregon, which is like my favorite bookstore of all time. It's one of the largest independent bookstores like in the world. It's absolutely fantastic. If you ever go to Portland, Oregon, you have to go to Powell's. Like, even if you don't like reading, which if you're watching this video, obviously you like reading, but it's just like an absolute necessity. You just feel like a completely different person when you walk in there. It's just fantastic. Like, the atmosphere and the amount of books that they have is just like overwhelming in the best kind of way. I could literally spend like a whole week straight in that store and I would feel just fine. So I purchased 3 books while I was there. The first one is I'll Let You Go, or I'll Let You Go. It's I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. This is an adult thriller that I've heard amazing stuff about. I also purchased this super cute bookmark that says Portland, Oregon, Powell's Books, and has a picture of Mount Hood. If you guys didn't know, Portland, Oregon is the place I'm going to be moving to here soon, so I'm very passionate about it and I absolutely love the city. Like, that's such an understatement. I need to do a whole video about this in the future, but I'm very excited to crack into this because I haven't read a really good thriller in a long time. This book has to deal with a mother who is grieving from a loss of her child, and it kind of follows her perspective, but then I think it also follows another perspective of like a pair of police officers that are following this like hit and run investigation, and I'm guessing somehow these paths cross. I just heard that this is like fantastic and is just like a super, super powerful book. So I'm very excited to read that. Next is a book that landed on like so many people's favorite books of 2016 list that I just had to get it. I think that it's kind of like a YA contemporary, so that is something that I'm always interested in. And this is another book that I have absolutely no idea really what it's about. It's called We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. I think it's some like kind of alien book, but it still is like a contemporary novel. I really am not sure, but I heard amazing things about it from so many different people, and I've just heard the writing is absolutely superb. I've heard that it's extremely impactful, and now this author is like so many people's favorite because of this one book, so I'm very excited to crack into that. And then very finally, I have kind of a relationship drama. This is All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood. This was recommended again from a YouTuber that I watched, and she just gave us a really, really glowing review. Forbidden, which is a book that I mentioned earlier that I purchased from Thrift Books, is in a similar vein. It's kind of like following this one particular relationship and then the drama that kind of ensues from that. From what I know about this, I think it has to deal with like a relationship with a really, really extreme age gap, and it's told from multiple perspectives. I heard that this author just handles this topic very, very well, that the author never really takes a stance on it themselves, and you just hear all of these different perspectives from these characters, and then you are kind of left to your own devices to decide from there yourself. And so I think that this is going to be great. I absolutely love the cover. This is a stunning book. If you guys know me, I have like a thing for covers that are like predominantly black. I absolutely love the way that they look. And this just has amazing, amazing blurbs on it that it's like extremely honest and captivating, and I can't wait to get into it. So that is all I have. These are all the books that I have hauled recently. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.